Hello there, and welcome back to the Dyson Sphere Program. Yes, back on good old Dyson Sphere Program today. So yeah, if you weren't here, unfortunately, and you're probably wondering where some episodes were, unfortunately, some things got in the way and had to take care of them, and now we're just playing catch up. So just start off to say just apologies for this episode going out extremely late. All these are going to go out on one day, or try to. I don't know if we're going to get all these ones for the Dyson Sphere program caught up, but we got Satisfactory caught up, so we should be good for Satisfactory. Well, we are good for Satisfactory. And yeah, we're just now getting caught up on Dyson Sphere program, so again, apologies for all that. It just, I ain't going to go into it because it's personal stuff, but I ain't going to go into any of that because it's kind of personal stuff and whatnot. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and hit continue here. So if you remember last time, we were working on those gravitational lenses, which we had just got done. And we were here on this planet to build a Dyson sphere. That's where we ended last time. So also, I should also warn you too that this episode and the next one, and I don't know about the last one, but I know that this one and the next one that's going to be coming out is also going to be slowed down. Slowed down. Sorry, I was watching the manual research and that was slowing down. Is going to be shorter than normal. They're going to be um, an hour long. And yes, I know everybody's going to be mad about it because usually these are 2 hours. It's just something that has to happen in order to get caught up on episodes and whatnot. And plus, we're getting pretty close to the end game now. We're already past we're way past the end game, but we're getting pretty close to getting all the achievements. And there's not a whole lot to do. I'm kind of have to forcing myself to find stuff to do in this game. So we're just gonna hop right on in here, and we're just going to try. We're still working towards achievements, but it's hard to find stuff to go in between because these achievements that we're going for are such big achievements that it does take days, if not weeks, to get everything going. Unless you, of course, unless you had prepared a lot better than I did, which is like, oh yeah, I'll just build a Dyson sphere here. We'll build a Dyson sphere every few minutes. It takes me a few hours, and I have every single Dyson sphere I need in the entire game to get all the achievements, Dyson sphere related, power related, stuff like that. That's a little bit different, so, but we're not quite prepared for that. But we are kind of prepared. Okay, so we're going to go into the ILS blueprint book here, um, and we're going to go Dyson Sphere Planet Launcher, which we have a massive ring Dyson Sphere Planet Launcher here. We could put down multiples of these, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to put down one. So we need to find. So first of all, before we even get started, we need to go up to the planet, um, to the planet's pole here. We need to find the center line, which is this big one right here, and then we're going to pull that all the way down until we get past until we get past the equator. And we're going to pull this all the way up. Where's the equator again? I've lost the equator. It's hard to tell when you're really high up. Ah, there it is. So there's the equator. So we want to put this on the center. So I wonder if I can. Yeah, I can put that right on the center of the equator, which is right there. I don't know if that's center or not. Okay. I actually think it's um, it's hard to tell. See, there's the center. Okay, I don't know if this is on the center or not. Okay, so we're looking over the center of both lines. Okay, that wasn't quite correct. So right there. Yeah, that's the center of both lines. Okay. So we got one troublesome spot, which isn't too bad. We can just bury that. So we're going to shift enter. Okay, and we'll go over here. Now we are missing a bunch of stuff, but that's okay. We can just pull those out and pull these out here. Okay, so yeah, what we're going to do is over here, going to bury. Sorry, yeah, we're going to bury that and grab this. Now these are crossed like this, so just like that. Okay. Shift click a power node here. There we go. Alright. So yes, although we have the stuff coming in that we need, which we're going to give this ships here. We're going to need to do that to every quarter. We don't have any power. And we won't be able to get one any from the Dyson Sphere because we don't have a Dyson Sphere, so that's the whole point of this. And then the other issue we face is setting up these for the Dyson Swarm. That is the other issue that we face on this as well. But that's okay, we will figure that out. Alright, that's got ships and everything, so it should be good. Move on. I do like this. I do like our Dyson Sphere launcher ring that we got set up here. This is pretty nice. It's a nice ring. It's fairly balanced on both sides of the equator, with these things in the center, bringing in solar sails and the rockets, the small carrier rockets, for the Dyson Sphere pieces. Which is very good. And the reason I haven't canceled this research is because it's already about half done, so I'm just going to leave it there, up there, and we'll just progress through it as we can. Because we're out of research right now, and then once we're done with that, then we're going to let it build up again so we can continue research into the mining field. Okay, everything looks completed. This is good. I swore I only put ships and stuff in 3 of them. Maybe I did all 4 and I just wasn't paying attention. It's also possible. Okay, but everything looks good. Yep, everything looks good. Oh, yeah, I didn't put ships in this one. Okay, very good. So now we're gonna go. Let's go up to this side. That's fine. Whichever pole this is, I don't care. It don't matter. Transportation. We're gonna bring in one of these. I need to have this as a blueprint too. Something I never do. I guess it's just because it's so quickly set up, but yeah. And this one, I believe, needs a lot of power. So I pull out these as well. If I remember right, I can't remember which ring these are on, but just like if I remember right, these ones need just an absolute crap ton of power. Okay, yeah, it doesn't need that many, but I just wanted to make sure I was on the right ring, which I am. So if I need more, I can put one extra in between those, which I don't think I do. See, it's on that ring, yeah. It's on that center line there. Yeah, this should hopefully be enough. You know what I should do? Let's do this for the blueprint, and then we'll take away the ones we don't need. Okay, let's bury that as well. That's like right in the way. And I'm doing the no foundation style. Well, it's flat, but it it doesn't have foundations. Like you can't see the foundations. That's what I mean. Sorry, brain's all over the place today. Having to make up episodes and whatnot. Hopefully next week will be much better. Yeah, as I've talked about on the Sets Factory series, if you watch that, it's just it's one of those things that I just need to once I have one of these two series, which will probably be this one. Once I have one of these end, I'm going to drop one series, and then what I'm going to do, or that'll fix. That'll fix me not being able to do I'm like right on the edge where I can only do a couple episodes at a time. That's all the time I'm able to actually put forward in. And then if anything should happen, like everything's hunky-dory until something happens, and then I'm screwed on that front. I am completely screwed because I don't have any episodes, and then we end up in this situation like we are now. So yeah, I just need to fix that. Which we will fix that. Okay, actually, I believe it's like this. Yeah, we don't need that one, do we? Nope. Yep, just like that. Okay, and this, and this. Then we need this here. 2000. I don't know if I'm going to need those, but we'll leave it there for a recipe for future. Yeah, we'll leave that there for future, but we'll put fuel in this one. I guess I can add it later as well, but we do need fuel, so fuel is the other thing. Fuel. Where is fuel? There it is. Antimatter fuel rods, which is what we need. And then 2,000 of those. Now we do have to do 2,000. Just because the ships are 2,000. So don't worry, we got plenty. It's not even a problem. Remote demand both of those. And that should be it. Okay. So now I'm actually going to blueprint this because I have yet to blueprint it. My controller's plugged in. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. I was wondering why I was rotating around very slowly there for a minute. Just like, what the heck? Just like that. Okay. So now we're going to call this pole power. You know what? Power. Pole power. Just like, I already started to misspell it, so it's just like, just roll with it. There we are. Pole power. Now we're going to save that blueprint. Okay, cool. Now that's saved forever, but we are going to remove these ones. Because we don't need that much. So I don't think we do. pretty sure that's enough. Just one, and then one, and one, and one. One. Yep. Okay. Cool. Oh, I forgot to set the filter. Yeah. Oh well, we'll set the filter each time. The stuff's not even here yet. Anyway. So once that gets here, we're gonna take a little bit off the belt, and then we just put it into one of these, and we're done. But since that's still, never mind. I was gonna say since that's still on its way here, and here it comes, and around she goes, around the ring, bang. We just click a little bit, take that 12, put it in here, and there we are. Now it's going to take a lot of power because it's going to be charging these. But once those are charged, then it's no big deal. I just love doing that when it just like pops up. Alright, so 1, 2, and we're going to go every 3 little boxes. So 1, 2, 3 of these boxes. Because that's about as far as you can go. You can go about to here, but just to keep things easy. Nice and easy. Oops. Get out of here. I've also been trying to make sure that I shift click everything if it's nearby. It's kind of like middle clicking in Satisfactory. You can middle click to duplicate stuff. Well, to grab it, I should say. One. Okay, we won't be able to get that close, so we'll go there. Yeah, as you can see, it's going to take all of its power because a lot of things just took a bunch all at once. And plus these are also charging. But yeah, as you can see, less and less have taken now. It's like slowly dropping. But also as these get charged, it's going to drop even more. So we should be good here in a moment, here momentarily. Once those fully charge up. All right, I guess yeah. While that's doing that, let's get the Dyson Swarm ring ready. So here is our planet. Now we just got to figure out what kind of Dyson Sphere do we want to go with. Do we want to just go with a plain Dyson Sphere, or do we want to go with something crazy, or do we want to go with something interesting or not? Now, me, I don't really care particularly. I would probably just go with a regular Dyson Sphere because there's no reason. I mean, honestly, a full Dyson shell will be just sufficient. I might even do 2 Dyson shells on this one. Actually, how much luminosity do we have on this system here? Let's take a quick look here. Luminosity is 1.7, so not too bad. That's actually really freaking high. So I think a couple of full-size Dyson spheres will be just good, just peachy. Yes. So I don't know. The one thing I never did look at was yeah, see, I don't know how to paste. So paste blueprint code. Apply the recently copied blueprint code to this layer. This operation will replicate all the planning on the blueprint into this layer and will take effect immediately. The recently copied. That's what's weird, right? How do you know it's recently copied? Like I can copy this To the system's clipboard, okay. With the copy function, you can use the blueprint code in different save files. You can also share to others. So I think what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to get, actually, you know what, we'll just build this one from scratch. To be honest, it really isn't that bad to make a Dyson shell here. Okay, so here's our layer. So what we need to do, we need to make it as small as possible. Okay. So create. Okay, so we got our Dyson shell. It is spinning quite rapidly. Delete that one. Delete that one. You know what? Just add new layer. We're gonna do a massive Dyson shell. Ooh, let's do mass. I wonder what a massive one would. Would a massive one bring you more power? That's something we could experiment with. Create. All right, the biggest Dyson shell available. This like incorporates like almost the entire system here. Yes. Okay. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add an orbit to our Dyson swarm. We're gonna make that massive as well. And you know what? We're gonna make it. Let's see if it's spinning this way. Yeah, that's fine. Change that to 90. And yeah, just change that to 0. That's fine. Create. Oh. Zero. Okay, I see what's happening. So we'll just edit this one. We need to fix that key. There we go. Okay, check mark that. All right, color. What color should we have? Well, we have a blue planet, so obviously we should go for blue, or should we just go for straight white? Like the whitest white, or the black. Ooh, you know what? Let's do the blackest black. Or we'll do white. Let's do white Dyson Swarm, black shell. Interesting. Yeah, just for fun. We'll just experiment. See, what else does blue go with? It goes with white. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Okay, so now we have our Dyson Swarm. We have our level 1. You know what? Let's go with like a blue. 205. Sure. Okay. So now what we do is we click this. Then we shift click this. And then we just drag. And we just go around the planet. I'll make sure we don't go out of range. As you can see now they're turning. It's because I'm pasting the ring. I usually only do one ring. We're not here to make art for this one. I'm in industrial business. We're not here to screw around to make art. We're just here to get an achievement done. Okay. We're gonna see once we get all these placed. We're gonna see how much power this is taking, and then we'll know if we need to add more or not. Oops, I think I went too far. You only do about 12 at a time, I think, is the most. And the reason I'm doing this first is because if I do this, what ends up happening is there'll be a nice big old swarm of shell, or shell of swarm, a big old swarm of swarm. There you go. A big old swarm of little things out there. And then by the time we get around to doing the Dyson shell, we'll have a bunch of swarm out there that can just start being sucked in immediately as soon as everything gets built. Okay, we are done. So now if we go out to the Dyson shell, you can see how far it's going. Okay, so it might surround 2 planets, which I think is going to be really cool. There's going to be 2 planets inside the Dyson shell. That's going to be nice. Okay, so now we just do the Dyson shell. Now, what I like to do, I don't like to do the nodes and then place these, because if I place these, then it'll be much better. I also was curious about this. You can build frames along the shortest path between 2 points on the spherical surface. Okay. And this one will build frames along the, I don't know how to pronounce that, grid on the spherical surface. The curvature will be more obvious at high altitudes if it is a diagonal line. Okay, so if it's a diagonal line, it'll actually kind of curve it. Okay. Yeah, I think we're just going to go with the straight standard Dyson Sphere. Let's see. So for the shell, we're probably going to do something crazy. I don't know, this maybe? And that will go along with... Well, which one goes along with this? That's what I don't like, right? It doesn't... like, there should be this many options that match for these, right? So that's kind of like a circle pattern. So I guess, see, these ones, those ones. So we'll go with this. Sure. I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter because we ain't gonna be able to see it. But you know what? We could do like a matrix style. Well, I mean, it'll still be a full Dyson sphere, just a plain one, but we can easily do a. And look at that. That's how big it's gonna be. It's insane. I guess we do have to start out with a node. Oh man, oh never mind. The nodes are tiny. Holy crap, the nodes are tiny. How far can we go? Okay. Wow, this might take a minute. Oh my gosh, man. These are massive. So yeah, like I said, it's just going to be your standard Dyson Sphere. There ain't going to be anything special about it. Other than the fact that I want to paint it green. I want a big old giant green sphere. Because I seen one of those cell one of those cell things, and I went, "Ooh, that's cool. I want that." Oh, I didn't realize that they started placing immediately. That's fine too. I would have waited until I was actually done placing this. Except this is what I have to do. Oh, look at all the ships being launched. pretty cool that you can have this go in real time. The only time you don't want that is when you have a small Dyson sphere. And what'll end up happening is um, is it'll spin really, really quickly. It's probably going to take a lot of ships, isn't it? I bet. Yeah, if I'm going to do something creative, I think it's going to be on like the Dyson spheres that we put around the neutron star and the black hole, which we'll be seeing that shortly. Eventually, we'll be seeing that kind of stuff because um, I guess if one of our achievements or the one achievement's like really, really close, um, we'll go ahead and do that. The one Dyson sphere one where you need so much power coming from a Dyson sphere. Oh, the autosave lag. Here we go. She goes. Yeah, the other thing I wish they would change on this as well is I would like this to be more obvious, like um, and to keep from people getting too angry, like here, um, to getting too angry where they can't see like the other side of the Dyson sphere, whatever, as they're building it. Have the ability to be able to change the transparency on the actual shell that you're, or that's the grid or whatever, right? Oh, let's remove this. Quite that. That's what was wrong with that one. Because what I would like to do is I'd like to make this less transparent so that my grid here, or not my grid, but my deal here that the deals that I'm placing is a lot more obvious to see because as you can see here, even though they're different colors, they're only slightly different colors, which is a freaking problem. Because the line itself, the colors of the lines is interfering, plus the other the other side of the shell is also interfering where my lines are at. So in order to see this, I just kind of have to roll around and look, and it still makes it hard to see everything. Which, like I said, is a huge, huge pain. So I think that needs to be addressed as well. Because when I was doing that one Dyson sphere, one of them, I was having so much trouble seeing where my lines were, and to make sure I'd covered everything and make sure everything was correct. It just it made it a real pain to try and figure that out. Hopefully these areas aren't too big for. I'd hate to have that happen. I should have tested it out before I continued. Yeah, well, we'll test that out now. Okay, so I was thinking these, right? Like this thing, but like matrix. Okay, there we go. Okay, now that we've got that placed, it's going to start. I can't tell where my lines are at. Because everything's now becoming the same color. Because of the hologram, I guess you could say. Just a basic Dyson sphere. Then we're going to have to build this Dyson sphere again, probably. I don't know, though, how much power we're going to get off of this. Oops. We're going to see how much power this one Dyson shell gives us. Okay, so that one, and now we can fill that one in. Yeah, see how hard it is? And as I build more and more and more, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to actually be able to tell where everything is at. So I kind of have to just pay attention to where I've already placed, since I can't see it. Like, it'd be nice to be able to either like change the grid color, change the transparency of the grid itself as well. I would definitely have it a lot darker, me personally. That's why I'm saying like a slider would definitely help. You know, because then everybody's happy, right? If people that like this, that are able to build their Dyson spheres just fine, good on them, and they don't have to change the setting. But for those of us who um, cannot see everything properly, cannot build the Dyson sphere like this easily, we can just go, oh, you know. Now, if that is a feature, just let me know down in the comment section. Just be like, that's a feature already. Just do this, and like, that's awesome. Thank you. You know? I'm always glad for the help, especially now that I don't care about spoilers, because, well, there isn't any spoilers to be had. There really isn't. Not that I know, anyway. The only thing I think I wish I'd done better was definitely wish I had uh, utilized the blueprint system more, and definitely research some of the controls. But I was so afraid of getting spoilers that I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna figure it out. And then people started telling me about that kind of stuff and whatnot, so, you know, wasn't a big deal. Well, now it's even harder to tell. Look at the megawatts though already. Very nice. Oops. I think once we get this one um, fully placed, I am going to save it. And then we can just paste it onto the next one. Because I'm just going for achievements at this point. I really don't care what anything looks like. And this just a standard, um, boring, basic Dyson sphere is all I really need to accomplish this achievement. Now, can I put Dyson spheres on the stuff that I've already put Dyson spheres on? Just put more layers? Sure. Do I really want to do that? Not really. I'd rather have more Dyson spheres, I guess. Honestly, yeah. Yeah, I'd just rather have more Dyson spheres than more shells on one. Yeah, it's quite cool to have multiple planets, have Dyson spheres, and multiple places that I can get materials. I think that's done. Yeah, it looks done. Looks complete. So now we're just gonna... So the reason I'm placing these, even though yes, it's kind of making it a little bit harder, is so that I know that these are all closed. Yeah, these are all closed. Okay. Good, good, good. So now we'll go to the bottom side, do the same thing. Even when I zoom in, it's still hard to tell. It's like, geesh. Oh yeah, and I'm also gonna be, when I release these episodes, it's gonna be fun because I'm gonna try to put them many hours apart. Well, not many hours, but you know, at least a decent enough hours, so that we don't get, you guys don't get like if you have push notifications on. Well, I guess would it be push? Would it be called push notifications? If you have YouTube notifications on, we'll just say that. Um, then you don't get like you don't get 100 freaking pings. I guess it won't be 100 pings, because people have lost subscribers over that kind of stuff. Um, I won't name the name of him, but uh, when YouTube implemented their new, oh, what happened there? Oh, the lag. Get out of here. When YouTube implemented the new live feature, um, the guy thought, oh yeah, I'll just put all my live streams, because I still have all my live streams. I'll just put them all in the live tab, which makes sense, right? You know, makes logical sense or whatever. Well, what ended up happening was, all of his subscribers that had notifications turned on all of a sudden started getting blasted with hundreds and hundreds of notifications. I don't know if it's 100. I don't know how many exactly it was. It just what they said. And their subscribers, so a lot of his subscribers got so angry about this because they're just getting notification after notification after notification, just over and over and over and over and over and over and over, just tons of them just getting spammed with notifications from this one YouTuber that they started unsubscribing. And it wasn't just like a few people or you know like 50, like 25 people or 50 people here and there, anything like that. It was actually people were leaving, they were unsubscribing in the hundreds. Which if you know the YouTuber who I'm talking about, but it was quite crazy. It's just like, wow. And so I'm like, okay, well, that's what I went, yep, that's lesson learned for them, and that's also lesson learned for me to not to get too spammy when I have to make up episodes and stuff. To not get too spammy with it. Like the last time I had to make up episodes, um, I actually ended up losing subscribers on that front too, even though it was only a few. Um, but yeah, I had released a bunch of my videos, kind of released the videos I was catching up on. I released them within like an hour of each other, or at an hour of each other, and people were leaving them because of that. Uh, so yeah, that's also a lesson learned from me to not get too crazy with it, which is just fine. If people want to leave because of that reason, that's honestly just fine with me. You know, I may get a little upset when I lose subscribers, but that's just because I'm a channel. I gotta get upset. I can't just. I always gotta figure out why that happened. I mean, most of the time it's just somebody just leaves and um, there really is no. Oh, whoops. Get out of here. There really is no reason or really anything, or they're just like, I don't like you no more, leaving. So it's always hard to tell. So you try not to get caught up in that type of stuff. So At least I don't. I try not to. Sometimes you can't help it. You're just like, I gotta figure out why. Because it is a big deal when you lose subscribers. Most of the time, I lose subscribers based on them being bot accounts. It gets reported. YouTube goes, "Yep, this is a bot account," and it gets removed. And then all their subscribers, all the people they had subscribed to also get removed. Or the people that they had been subscribed to, those subscriber counts go down based on that account. Or if you have a bunch of bot accounts, you can lose that too. Plus, that's actually good though because then you know since YouTube is doing that automatically, because it used to be a thing where people were buying they were buying views and subscribers and stuff like that off of websites so they could boost their numbers and then getting banned on YouTube for doing that kind of stuff, and rightfully so, of course. It's like if I can avoid getting caught up into anything like that because you know YouTube can not give me any issues when it comes to having bot accounts subscribed to my channel, that's just fine. And plus, I'd rather have actual subscribers anyway. Because then, if I get actual subscribers, people that I interact with or whatever. Because I always interact when I can, when people comment and stuff like that. I try to. Um, because those subscribers, they feel earned. Um, it feels like, yeah, I'm doing a good job because I'm getting subscribers, that type of thing. That's what lets me know that I'm doing a good job, that I need to keep doing what I'm doing because people are liking my stuff. Um, I'm getting subscribers on that and all that stuff, so definitely want to keep up with that type. That and something else I wish people did more is if like you can dislike content and be critical of people's content, stuff like that. That's not the issue that I have a problem with. The issue I have a problem with is if you're constantly um, giving dislikes to something, to a particular channel or whatever, but you're not ever stating the reason why. After a while, you kind of, if you want something to change, you kind of got to speak up about it. At least you can with me. If there's something particularly wrong that you would like to see changed or whatever. Um, Now, I might not want to change that thing, um, or whatever, but I will certainly talk about it. No big deal. I'm certainly not against making changes for the better, but it doesn't hurt me to not change or whatever, and just keep doing what I'm doing, and doesn't so it's not a big deal. Yeah, like I said, you gotta speak up. We can definitely talk about it because people can't see the dislikes on videos. Normal people can't, but uh, the YouTubers definitely can, and we have to, or the person making the videos definitely has to sit there and we have to ponder. Now, if I do something wrong and I know I've done wrong and I get dislikes for it, then I'm gonna go, yeah, I screwed up there, uh, whatnot. Like I could fully understand people disliking these current episodes, considering that they're shorter. Um, as well as um, something like that. Okay, gonna skip one. That's real. Because they're shorter and they're late, so I can definitely understand people being angry about that. And like I said, you can absolutely dislike my content. It is just fine because I'm not going to say no. You can't criticize me. Who the hell do you think you are? Absolutely not. Nobody's above criticism. That's my policy. The only difference there is, there's a difference between, you know, uh, criticism and just negativity, just full on negativity, just, you know, just going against somebody just for the sake of it, because you dislike something, something they said or did or whatever. Um, or just not saying anything about it, just letting it go on and just continuing to stay angry. Nope, here's where I cannot see. I'm just going to go around it a few times because I cannot see which is which. Okay, do the same over here. Autosave lag. Okay. And where's the center? I cannot. Oh, there's the center. There. 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 To there. There. To there. To there. There. To there. To there. There. To there. To there. Hopefully this is correct. It's hard to tell. As you can note out, this is my issue. Okay, looks correct though. Alright, cool. Now we just gotta color it. So this is all like a dark blue. But I wanted to paint this. Sorry. We want to paint that, and I want to go with matrix green. Actually, don't know. Let's see, matrix is more of a. It's more of a. I think it's a green, but it's a very bright green. It's almost like that, maybe. Not really sure. And a bit brighter. Yeah, like that, probably. It'll probably be way too bright now. But there is no green stars, so it's just like, you know what? Oops. Didn't mean to paint that. Color picker, that. And paint that back. And then color picker, that. And then back to what we were doing. Yeah, that looks good. I painted a couple of them, I think. I did. Okay. Let's be a little bit slower with the old clicks. like I said, um, yeah, criticism's always good. At least that's the way I look at it. It's just like, yeah, just like, hey, why don't you try doing this or try doing that? I'd be like, all right, yeah, we'll see if we can get it to try, or nah, can't do that, or I don't like that idea, or whatever. But we can always talk about it. That's the way I see it, though. And this is definitely in response to no one. It's just what comes to mind. So I've had a few times where I'll get um, one dislike on it, or I'll get a dislike on a few YouTube videos, just like right in a row, just bam, 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 and then, but they'll also be on the same videos where I'll get like, you know, 2 or 3 likes or whatever, and maybe even a comment saying, "Hey, this is a really good video" or whatever. So then I go, "Oh, what? I wonder what that dislike is for." It's not to call out anybody or whatever. Definitely not. It's just to be like, hey, we can talk about it. I'm like a therapist. Not a good one though. Not a good therapist. Do not come to me for advice. I'm pretty bad at giving advice. There we go. Big old matrix ball. Okay, how we doing? Cannot see it. Oh, we don't have the power to supply this, do we? No, we do not. That's okay. Yeah. We're using a lot of power. Oof. That's okay, we got our ray rings here that we can use. Do we actually have... Yes, we do have enough, okay. So now we go over here, we go ray ring. Let's see. I think it's here where we can go, right? How close can we get? Yeah, that's way too close, isn't it? So... center, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's on the 5th line. Oh, that's too close to the rail ejectors. Okay, that's not too close, though. It's on the 6th line. Alright. 6th line. Center, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6th line. That's actually perfect. We'll go 3 lines either side. We should have enough for that. Oh, I don't know if we have 312. Uh-oh. Yeah, we'll have to go back for more. Whoops. That's okay. Did not prepare to put this many down. Maybe this should help. As it gets built, more and more power will be delivered to build more and more of the Dyson Sphere. Yeah, that's the reason those aren't firing. It's not because they're out of ships, it's because they're out of power. And they're waiting to get fully charged to be able to fire. Okay, now we'll go to this side. about halfway done. Oh, now we're out. We'll just finish building what we have. Anyway. Alright. Now how are we doing for power? Still not great. We are overloaded pretty high here. So I'm thinking more of these guys. More of these guys. I think that's the only thing that's going to be able to solve it for us. So I did end up needing all that, and that still isn't enough. Damn. Hey, we're almost done with this research, too. Oh, hey, we're actually not doing too bad now. Still not great. These are firing much quicker than they were before. Autosave lag. Is that zooming out? And look at that. Starting to be some construction. Little bits. I love seeing a Dyson Sphere being constructed. So good. Just so good. Okay, well, yep, usually we'd keep going, but unfortunately we are going to have to end this one here, because like I said, yes, these are only going to be an hour. So yeah, we're going to finish this research next time, and we'll finish up the last couple of ray rings that we need, or that we're going to put down here. And then that should hopefully be enough power to make the Dyson shell, just to continue making it, and as more of our orbit gets built, the more and more power we'll receive off of it. So, yep, that'll all have to be next time. So, again, apologies for these episodes, and being shorter and also going out late. But it's just how it has to be right now, unfortunately. Hopefully next week will be better. Like I said, that's going to be it. And until next time, I guess it's a goodbye.